Continuing our coverage, Super Bowl week in San Francisco. Joining us now, Hall of Fame quarterback. Mainly the Oilers, also played for my Vikings. Played for the Seahawks.
Number one.
You're Vikings, really?
I was a Viking.
Yeah,
I'm cursed with being
still
a Vikings fan. I remember when you came to Minnesota in 1994. I was so excited.
You never showed up?
Warren Moon is going to take us over the top with Denny Green, Chris Carter, John Randall. This is it, man.
And you know what I said? I said, we're going to run the football, and we're going to be more balanced and everything, and I threw more there than I did in Houston.
It's crazy. It's crazy. That really is.
I threw like 700 times my first year there.
Is that right?
Yes.
I mean, what the hell happened? 94, what happened to you guys that year? You didn't go playoffs that year.
Playoffs lost to the Bears 35-18 in the wild card round. At home to the Bears,
man.
35-18.
Gotcha.
I got hurt in the first quarter. I hurt my ankle, and I wasn't the same guy.
You're never the same. What's the year you look at right back in your career? Because I don't give a damn that you never played in the Super Bowl or won one. You're a Super Bowl type quarterback, period, right? You're a legend for me. But what was the year you always look back to go, ooh, that was our team that I felt like we could have maybe got there and 90, you know, maybe won
92 and 93.
Both of those years.
Yeah,
so
in Houston.
Right. So in Houston, 92 being the wild card blowing.
The Buffalo game.
But you felt you guys were good enough in the AFC to make a run there that year.
We had beat everybody that was good in that season. We beat the Cowboys. We won the Super Bowl earlier in the season.
Right.
So we felt like we could play with anybody.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, that's crazy, right? To think of those years where you go, we were that good, and then we only got to the wild card, even though we're a Super Bowl caliber team.
Well, there's a bunch of quarterbacks playing right now that feel the same way.
Yeah,
you look at Lamar, you look at Josh. Because of the quarterbacks that they're losing to, is Patrick Mahomes is one guy. And mine was John Elway and Joe Montana.
Right.
Those two guys. They kind of dominated the time that I was in the league, or Jim Kelly.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how it's going for these guys right now. So it's not that you don't have a good enough team. It's just their team was just a little bit better.
Yeah,
I mean, I remember losing the Elway in Denver. We're ahead, and then he takes them down the field with 1:48 seconds left and beats us.
Yeah, I can remember
and then
sitting
you
there.
Go home.
Right.
You know?
I know. It's crazy.
How valid was a concern back at that time, though, with the run-and-shoot offense? You get a lead, it's hard to hold it. The running game isn't there because your bread and butter is pass it. Was that a big factor specifically in that game against the Bills?
It played a little bit of a role. I don't think we were as aggressive as we needed to be offensively in the second half, and definitely defensively we weren't. We went more with like a prevent type of defense, and all it did was prevent us from winning, you know?
Yeah.
You know, and we weren't as aggressive on the defensive side like we were in the first half, creating the turnovers that we created and just stopping their offense. And then you go to a defense where you're playing 3-deep zone, and they know what you're doing. They're just hitting seam routes, and
then they just caught fire.
It was ugly.
When was the moment during that game that you said basically, oh shit, they had a chance to beat us?
When they kicked the field goal to beat us.
Oh, really?
On the sideline, I'm like, why are we making this so hard on ourselves? We're going to win this game, but why are we making it so hard on ourselves? And I never thought for a minute we were going to lose, but we ended up losing. Crazy.
All right, your guy wearing number 1 with the Tennessee Titans, right? What'd you think of him this year?
I thought he showed a lot of fight. I thought he finished the season strong, which most young quarterbacks usually do. They either go one way or the other. They either start out good and end up bad, or they start out bad and end up good.
Yeah.
Well, he finished pretty strong.
Right.
I think they figured out what he could do offensively and the best type of plays for him and all that type of thing. And I think he was frustrated early. He said some things probably in the media that he probably shouldn't have said.
Right.
And I told him that he can't do that anymore. But I think with what they have going on right now, it's a good building block for him going forward. And they just need to put some more pieces around him. I couldn't tell you who their starting wide receivers are.
I hear you. That's exactly right. Most people on the street can't.
But that's what happens with a number 1 overall pick, right? They usually go to a bad football team that's rebuilding.
Real quick, just
go ahead.
Is there anybody else? Does he remind you of you? Anybody in the league right now remind you of you? Right? Anybody at that? I mean, he kind of reminds me that the ball is pure every time, just like you.
Yeah, he can spin it. He's got a really quick release. He comes more from
a little
down
side
here.
Down here, yeah.
I wish he'd come more this way. Everything doesn't have to be jerky quick like that.
Isn't it crazy how everybody's trying to do that now?
Everybody's trying to do that. And it's good to have that in your bag.
Right.
But you got to be able to have it.
Can you be a machine like that is the question, right?
I know.
Think that's what I question.
And I think you get a lot of passes knocked down that way.
Yeah, right.
You know, trying to go from here. You got to come over the top as much as you can, but sometimes you have to throw around a guy.
Yeah.
And if you have that in your bag, you use it.
Yeah. You said you had given him some advice about things said in the media. How closely are you working with Cam Ward as he gets his footing in the NFL?
I'm not working as closely as I'm just more of a mentor. I'm there. I'm if he needs me, he knows he can come to me. I'll text him things I think he needs to hear from somebody who's played the position before or something like that.
Is he receptive?
Yes. Yeah.
We love him. He's so intense and he wants to be great.
He is very intense.
Right.
Very hard worker. There's nothing you can really say bad about him except for he did get a little frustrated from the losing, and he wasn't used to losing, but you just can't say those things sometimes publicly.
Yeah. All right, I'm having fanboy questions with you right now too, because I want to hear who's your favorite quarterback. Like, when you sit on a Sunday, you go, man, I kind of like watching him the best. Yeah, I'm putting you on the hot seat this year, Warren.
Well, I mean, you got to go with Patrick and you got to go with Josh. I like the way both of those guys play, but I love the way Lamar Jackson plays. There's just so many good young quarterbacks in this league to watch. A lot of them didn't have the seasons they wanted to because of injuries this year. Even Joe Burrow, I mean, I love watching him play. He's so smooth with the way he plays the game, but he missed a lot of time this year. So a lot of the guys that I really liked playing the game weren't playing, except for Josh. Josh went all the way through the season, but he ended up getting hurt at the end and had surgery on his foot, right?
They're becoming the old guys. That's what's crazy. I had to say this the other day, and I'm going, we're actually talking to them like they're still young.
They're the old guys in their 8th year.
And exactly.
And I'm like, into their prime,
and I'm like, no, we got to start thinking like, no, Caleb and Bo Nix and Drake May and Jaden Daniels are the young guys, and they're kind of dethrone them right now.
They really
which is crazy,
are. They really are. But, they're going into their primes at 28, 29, 30 years old, but you got all these other young guys that you talked about, Caleb and all of them coming behind him. So the quarterback position is in great shape in the National Football League.
No doubt.
Something Chris mentioned earlier, I want to delve into it. Number one's retired. And I'm a firm believer that if you're going to retire a jersey, you retire the jersey. It doesn't get unretired. And Chris's dad had the opportunity until his mom and sister got involved to allow Abdul Carter to wear number 11 in New York.
Right.
Take me through this thought process when the possibility hits the radar screen of allowing the new guy to wear your number.
Yeah. Well, he reached out to me, and so did his dad, about me possibly letting him wear the number 1. I thought about it. I talked to the owner, Amy Shrug, about what she thought about it to get her opinion.
Right.
Because A.J. Brown had come to me about the same thing when he was there.
Right.
And they didn't want that to happen, so it didn't. And it ends up he goes to another team anyway.
Right.
But with Cam's case, I thought it was different because I wore a Houston Oilers jersey.
Yeah, I hear
and
you.
He's wearing the Tennessee Titans jersey, so I didn't think it was as big a deal as what people were making of it. He's wearing the Tennessee Titans number 1. I wore the Houston Oilers number 1. Now, if they ever wear our uniforms in like a throwback game or something, that would be the only decision we'd have to make, whether he would wear the number 1 in that game or not.
That's an interesting thought. I
thought of everything, believe me. But when it came down to it, I'm like, let the kid wear it. I had that number, what was it, 30 years ago or something like that.
Yeah.
And I've worn it since I was in college. Let him come and now make his own legacy with that number and see what he can do with it. And I think he's a good enough kid. The fact that we played 40 miles from each other, he grew up 40 miles from Houston.
Right.
He took that same type of road that I took to get his success.
Yeah, you're right.
Nobody believed in him. He was a 0-star athlete coming out of high school. And then he goes to be the number 1 overall pick. So I love this story as well.
Warren, tell us what you have going on with NFL alumni.
Well, we have a fatherhood program, and we're trying to just promote to fathers around the country better ways to be fathers. There's a lot of fathers that don't know how to be a good father to their household, to their kids, and we're going to have like a fatherhood boot camp for fathers on Father's Day, where they can come in and learn all the types of different tools about how you can get closer with your family. The statistics show that kids that grow up without fathers in their homes come from more poverty and all those different things. And I grew up without a dad. My dad died when I was 7 years old, so I made it a point to, if I had children, how involved I wanted to be in their lives, because I know how much I miss not having a father in my life. Even though my mother did everything for me and she provided and all the great things she did to get to me where I am right now, I wish I would have had a dad in my life.
I hear that,
and I'm sure you having the dad in your life made a huge difference.
No doubt about it.
And that's what we're trying to do, is just promote that for dads around, because a lot of dads don't know how to be dads.
Yeah,
sometimes you're just thrust into that, you are thrust into that position, right?
Or you didn't have a dad to teach you the way either.
Exactly.
So now you're like, I don't know what I'm doing.
And sometimes even if you have a dad, maybe you're not as close with your dad, and he's not telling you all the different things that it needs to be a great dad. So there's a lot of different reasons why, so we just want to be able to give that information to all these young fathers out here, and we're going to have a fatherhood handbook. We're going to have podcasts that they can go on and listen to about suggestions on about how to be a better dad as well. So a lot of different information for young fathers out there to be better fathers.
That's good. That's great. That's very much needed as well. All right, there he is, Hall of Famer Warren Moon. We'll have plenty more here from San Francisco.
Warren freaking Moon.
Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.